Would you like crate training your dog to be this simple? If you were thinking about crating, but you weren't quite sure how to do it, then stay tuned because this is exactly the video for you. All right, let's get into the steps. You are done with phase 2. Your dog is now 100% used to eating in the crate. You're ready now to move on to phase 3, staying in the crate. The goal is in sight and it's so close. I really want you to get the success that you've been working for. If you've removed the door of the crate up until now, now is the time to put it back on. Give your dog a couple of days, still in step 5, but with the door on so that it can get used to the door being there. When your dog goes to eat, you are going to close the door of the crate and then reopen it and walk away. Now, some dogs are going to be 100% in the crate already and they're not even going to notice. Some may be a little bit startled, maybe they'll push back a little bit and then they'll go back to eating. Some may actually come all the way out, and this will make you feel like you've ruined all the work you've done. You haven't. If you gave yourself those 30 days to get your dog used to eating in the crate, they will go back in. If your dog comes out of the crate and does not want to go back and finish its meal, it means that you move too fast. So go back to step 5, establish it for another few days, and then try again. Don't stress it. It's really not about the crate, and it's really not about the door. Please, at this stage, do not lock the door. Simply touch it close, open it, and walk away. Once you've done step 6 enough times that your dog doesn't care, then you know that you're ready to move on to step 7, teaching your dogs to turn around. Okay, this step requires a little bit of organization. You need an extra bowl. What you're going to do is you're going to use a bowl with a little bit of your dog's daily ration. And in the other bowl, you're going to put the rest of it. Ideally, you want the first bowl to have 1 or 2 bites of food. The rest of it is going to be put in the second bowl. When you're getting ready to feed your dog, you're going to go with the 2 bowls. You're going to put the bowl with the little bite-sized snack all the way to the back of the crate. You're going to pull back your hand, and when your dog goes in, you're going to close the door and hold it closed. You want to wait for them to turn around. Some of them will try and go back, push back with their butt. Just be gentle. Don't be harsh. Just kind of put resistance so they realize, there is no way that I'm going to get out that way, and wait for them to turn around. As soon as you see your dog turning around, go ahead and put in the second plate in a corner, right in front, so that your dog has to turn around, face you, and then it starts eating. Once you've put the food down, leave the door open and walk away. You're done. At this point, it is possible that your dog might step all the way out of the crate and then go ahead and eat from outside. It's not a problem. Step 7 is about turning around. What you want to establish is the habit of going in, turning around, and finding food in front of you. If it takes a few days for your dog to get used to it, or if your dog just eats outside of the crate, don't worry about this. The important thing is goes in, eats something, turns around, and has the other bowl right there. Step 8 is a step where you're going to teach your dog to actually stay physically inside of the crate while it's pointing out eating its food. In step 7, I told you, if your dog comes out and ends up eating with their body outside of the crate, don't worry about it. Now in step 8, we're going to teach them to actually stay in and not come all the way out. And we're going to add an extra little trick. You're still going to use the 2 bowls, but the first bowl is not going to have any food. This is what your routine will look like. You place the empty bowl in the very back of the crate, your dog goes in, you close the door, your dog turns around, you open the door, you put the bowl with your dog's food finally in the crate, and you count to 5. If your dog is comfortable, it's probably gonna start eating and not think anything of it. Or it might be wondering what is happening and might look at you. Don't worry. You know that you are ready to move on from step 8 when your dog starts eating before you open the door again. Once that happens, please give your dog about another week. Once your dog is used to the routine, you can move on to step 9. Step 9 is about locking the door of the crate. What you're going to do in step 9 is you're going to send your dog in. The dog will go in the crate, turn around, you're going to give it its bowl, and then you're going to close the door of the crate and you're going to lock it with whatever locking mechanism you have. If it's a zipper, you're going to zip it closed. You're going to wait for your dog to finish its meal, zip it open again. Because you're closing the door, your dog might be getting impatient. So it might finish, it might want to come out and you weren't quick enough. In this phase, please don't walk away from your dog when it's eating. You want to be there. You don't want to establish the habit that being in the crate is frustrating and they can call your attention for you to open the door, because that's going to set up a lot of issues down the road. If they are crying or whining as you're opening it, right now I'm just going to tell you, ignore it, because we're establishing a habit. The first day, the second day, the third day, they might whine. But by day 7, by day 10, they're going to be so used to it. They're going to know that as soon as I'm finished, they're going to open the door. So I don't have to ask you to open it because you'll do it automatically. They have to do it, and then you also have to get in the habit of doing it so it eventually becomes a non-issue. Step 10, staying in the crate. You have made it this far, and I'm so proud of you because it can be challenging, I know. For some of you who have, dogs that are finding this, an awesome kind of little trick, this is going to go super fast. But I know that some of you have really struggled, have had to take setbacks, and have had to be patient with yourself and with your dog. We're going to teach our dogs how to be okay with being in the crate. This is what you're going to do. You're going to repeat your usual routine. And when your dog is finished eating, you're going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to open the door and walk away. Again, like in step 9, it is possible that your dog might complain about this. Might be like, hey, hello, Don't worry, ignore it. Just pretend it didn't happen. Actually, if it helps you, think of it as, your dog communicating with you, which is awesome, because anything that we do with our animals, it's kind of a conversation, right? So having an animal that wants to communicate is actually pretty awesome. Keep on the count of 5. When your dog is comfortable with that, now is the time to play with it. Perhaps walk to the window, walk to the door, walk to the couch, and you're just going to walk there, touch it, walk back, open the door. Remember that it's not about the door, remember that it's not about the crate, and remember that your dog feeling a little bit frustrated might be okay. Ignore it. If you feel that your dog is getting too frustrated or worked up, you've moved too fast. Not a problem. Go back, reestablish the previous step, and then move on. When your dog is finally comfortable with a count to 10, you have officially graduated and you finished phase 3. Congratulations. Go ahead and give yourself a big thumbs up. Take a picture of your dog comfortably waiting in the crate. And if you want a huge shout out, then go ahead, post a picture on Instagram and tag me so that I can celebrate your success with you. I'm really looking forward to doing that. I've also made a downloadable guide for you that has all of the information on why you should crate train dogs. And the video is actually linked over here. It has a step-by-step checklist that you can physically check off so that you can see how far you've come in crate training your dog. You can go ahead and download it from there. I'm really excited to share this journey with you. Thank you for wanting to do this for your animal. You will see that as you go through it and as you take your time to go through this process, your relationship with your dog will just get stronger. And that is what we all want. Also, I have made a similar video for cats, and you can check out over here. And I also have the same that I had for dogs. I have why you should be crate training your cat. Go ahead and give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.